Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm contributing to my Real Talk Tuesday series, and this is gonna be the first one in a while that I've just kind of sat down and wanted to like vent to you guys because I have a lot on my mind. And I just wanna discuss it because I know I'm not alone. I'm gonna edit out as much sniffling and throat clearing as possible. We are all a little under the weather in the house. Maverick has a cough. I just started today feeling like, probably getting a little something. This is so normal this time of year, the weather change, we're all gonna get sick and it's just gonna be glorious. So we're just bracing it right now. So I'm like going through something right now and I'm having trouble pretty much kind of like deciphering whether or not it is pregnancy related. I'm assuming that like being pregnant and a little bit more hormonal like doesn't help the situation, and it's so silly, but I want to talk about it. So I've officially hit the point in pregnancy where I'm starting to feel the pregnancy hunger. Like, baby is growing, you need to be eating, you need to be, you know, keeping yourself well fed and whatever, right? So the problem that I'm having is that I'm starting to like get anxious when I get hungry. I'm getting to a point where I'm like punishing myself for feeling hungry, and then more so like for acting on being hungry. When I was pregnant with Maverick, I gained 50 pounds. And basically in gaining 50 pounds by the end of the pregnancy, I had 25 extra pounds on me. The heaviest I had ever been in my entire life. And that put me in a pretty severe state of depression. I know postpartum played a role in that as well, but I think I could have been a little bit better in that aspect if I was happy with myself physically. I have always struggled with my weight. I've never been severely overweight except for after when I had my son, but I've always been like chubbier. When I was in a really good physical state, I had to work for that, and I was doing the normal stuff you have to do. You have to eat right and you have to exercise. I was really dedicated to that. But point being, I'm trying not to ramble, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to like explain kind of like in detail why I'm doing this to myself. When I lost all the weight that I did after Maverick's pregnancy, it took me until he was a year old, 10 months-ish, but the day we celebrated his first birthday, I was 135 pounds, which I had not seen in a long time. I was working out every day. I found like circuit training workouts on Pinterest and did those things or whatever. So anyhow, point being, before I fell pregnant this time around, because if you don't know, if you don't really follow my pregnancy stuff, this baby was an act of God in the sense of we didn't try. Right before I fell pregnant, I had a daily routine as far as like a workout regimen. I wasn't super strict on a diet, but I definitely was conscious of what I was eating, and I was losing a little bit of weight. I was losing some fat, and then I got pregnant. Honestly, up until like 3 weeks ago, I want to say, I didn't really have much of an appetite this pregnancy. And honestly, I remember this with Maverick as well. For the first like half of my pregnancy, I didn't really have much of an appetite. I am officially in the part of pregnancy where I am feeling hungry. Baby is growing and developing, and it's taking a lot of my energy, and it's making me hungry. And I'm doing this stupid thing lately where at the end of the night I'm so disappointed in myself because instead of eating the 3 normal sized meals that I was eating a day, I'm eating 4 small meals and like a snack before bed because I'm genuinely hungry. This is the part that like makes no sense because I'm talking myself out of it right now, but in the moment it's hard because, like I said, by the end of the night I have this really bad habit of looking at old pictures of myself, which in a sense is okay because it's like part of like motivation for me that I can look at a previous me and see that like, hey, you have the potential to reach your goals, you've been there before. But instead of looking at it that way, I'm looking at it as, wow, you made such awful choices today. You're making a big mistake by doing what you're doing every day to your body. And not that I'm making these awful choices, but the fact that I'm eating more because I'm pregnant and because I'm hungry, it weighs on me at the end of the night like you shouldn't have eaten all that today. And that's sick because really, like, I'm literally punishing myself for eating because I am hungry. Because I am pregnant. I'm just so afraid of like falling off, and I still have time to gain a bunch of weight. It's silly because honestly, like, I talk to my one girlfriend every single day, and we're definitely, she is like 9 weeks ahead of me in her pregnancy, and we're kind of on the same wavelength of we've dealt with weight issues, and we talk almost all the time about like feeling guilty about eating this and like trying to be smart about that and whatever. And she made a point the other day that like I'm trying to keep in mind as well. She said to me, you know, this is only temporary and I can worry about that all after. Like once baby is here, I can worry about that. But then this is where then my mind goes to, and this is just because I'm such like, I'm such an over-analyzer, overthinker. So I can think of that logically and be like, yeah, you know, of course she's right. Like I'm gonna have time when the baby's here and I don't have to worry about baby getting nutrients from me, and I'm not gonna be as hungry. But number one, I don't know if that's true because breastfeeding cravings are a thing. Breastfeeding hunger is a thing. Baby's still taking a lot of nutrients from you, just in a different way, but it's still a lot on mom, and it will make you, it could make you more hungry. It could give you cravings worse than what you had during your pregnancy. And then not to mention the fact that like, yeah, when I had Maverick, I mean, it was hard because I was a first time mom, so I didn't know what I was doing at all, or when it was okay to do certain things. So that definitely made things hard, but in the same token, only having one little person, when that one little person was sleeping or content, I could focus on those things for a few minutes, for a half hour, whatever it was. This time, I'm gonna have two little people. So when this baby is sleeping, maybe Maverick's not. Am I gonna wanna sacrifice now the time that I have just with Maverick, because that's not a thing that I'm scared of, losing that time, to focus on me working out? It's such a battle in my head, but like at the end of the day, like I'm thinking so much and way too much about weight gain in this pregnancy. And it's so sad and it's so sick. I'm so afraid to be unhappy in my weight because the way I feel about my body physically plays a huge part in how I feel mentally. So I'm just having a really hard time. Hey, chicka boom boom. Chicka chicka boom boom. Yeah, we want to read books.
Hey, chicka boom boom.
Chicka chicka boom boom. So I'm just having.
Hey, chicka boom boom.
I'm having a really hard.
Hey, chicka boom boom. Hey, chicka boom boom.
Chicka chicka boom boom. Has anybody read this book? This book is amazing. I'm having a really hard time lately balancing in my mind like what is really worth like being upset with myself over. And, you know, if I just started making better decisions, then I wouldn't be as disappointed at the end of the night. So that I'm not blaming myself for eating because I am hungry. Like I'm punishing myself for eating when I'm hungry. Like that's sick. But at the end of the night, I do it anyway. It's honestly, that was the hardest thing for me in Maverick's pregnancy, and it's reigning true in this one as well, is just like, yeah, okay, this round belly is cute for a little while, and then you just get bigger. And then for somebody who's just always seen themselves in the mirror as bigger, now you're getting bigger with no control over it. And it honestly becomes a little upsetting. I don't want to sound ungrateful because that's not how, like, what this is at all. I am so happy and so blessed and in no way upset that I am pregnant or expecting. Nothing. I know I am truly blessed. I am so happy that we were given such a blessing, and it's not that at all. It's just a lot on the psyche of someone who's just always been so hard on themselves when it comes to what they look like physically. I don't know if you guys can even hear me over the ABCs.
Touch what you say to me.
Aw, that's such a beautiful song. So I don't know, there wasn't really a point to this other than just like venting it out to you guys because it's been on my mind like every single day. Not to mention, I have yet to get a battery for my stupid scale that doesn't work because the battery is dead. And I honestly haven't gotten one yet because I can't find one in stores. And the amount of time that I spent in stores looking for one, I could have already received one on Amazon. So I need to just order it and get it over with, because the fact that I can't monitor my weight gain like when I'm trying to be really smart in my weight gain with this pregnancy is frustrating as well, because I'm in the dark. And I don't go by the scale at the doctor's office because it's not accurate like as far as my starting point, but whatever, that's a whole other thing. But I guess what I pretty much just like want to ask is, who else has felt this way in their pregnancy? What did you do on a daily basis to motivate yourself to make better decisions? You know, when you wanted that big bowl of Kraft mac and cheese for lunch because that's what you're craving, how did you talk yourself into making a wiser decision? Because it's come to a point where I feel like I've kind of lost control in that the past couple weeks, and it's not an everyday thing, but the past couple weeks I could probably point out like 4 days where I literally like binged. And I don't even think at that point, like it was like I started eating because I was hungry and it became me binging because the first thing I ate wasn't the best thing I should have eaten, and then it just like led to this downward spiral of somewhere that I was a long time ago. And I think that's what kind of is bringing these feelings about so negatively, is because it feels all too familiar in a sense. That's what's going on right now. But that's just kind of where I'm at mentally with all this right now. And I just wanted to vent to you guys because I feel like I needed to vent to somebody who was gonna hear me out and not tell me just to, oh, stop, and you know, be a little bit understanding. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope if you're new, you will consider hitting that subscribe button. And whether you are subscribed or not, if you have not hit that notification bell, make sure to hit it. And you'll be notified every time I post a video. I hope you're all enjoying your day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is. I'm out of breath, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys very soon in my next one.